Hey guys, what is going on? This is Zip of RageQuitTV, and I am back with more WhiteRas and Liquid TLO. WhiteRa spawning as the Red Protoss, Liquid TLO spawning as the Blue Zerg. The map is Shakuras Plateau, and these games were played on December 11th. And we can see TLO right now doing his worker pairing. Has this one, now this one patch. The two closest patches have been paired up, and what is WhiteRa doing? Doesn't look like he's doing any mineral pairing right now. We will be seeing WhiteRa go for a Forge Fast Expand or die trying, because that is the thing that WhiteRa likes to do, and he has been doing it every single game. And here the probe is going to be going down to throw down the pylon at 9 supply. Just a little bit late as he's at 115 as he throws down the pylon, but that's not going to be a big deal at all. Pylon goes back here so we can put the forge, the gateway, and all that stuff up in the front and wall that off. TLO, what is he gonna be doing? We do see a 9 overload, so he's not gonna do any super early pull. Well, he still could, I guess, 11 pull, but now that he's building 2 drones, that is off the table. We do have WhiteRa scouting in the wrong direction after that 9 pylon. TLO is going to be throwing down his pull probably around 14. I don't know if he'll go hatch first or not. He has done that several times in these show matches, and WhiteRa has proceeded to cannon rush after TLO goes for that hatch first. The drone is going out to scout at 14 supply, or maybe he's going to hide down, throw down a hatch, but he left a little bit too early for that. WhiteRa's probe now going to be coming in, and we'll be seeing what TLO is up to. TLO sending out another drone. It looks like he does want to hatch first at 14 supply, and there goes the hatch. And how will WhiteRa react to this? He hasn't built a forge yet, but he has that coming. Especially, wait, he sees that hatch, and he is just going to be going for a fast expansion. Doesn't look like he wants to cannon rush that at all. The probe now just going around this one drone, kind of watching it, keeping an eye on the probe so he doesn't go down and build a lot of pylons and, well, just kill that one hatch. We do have the probe making his way down there, and will he? Looks like he is going to be turning around. TLO chasing that one probe, and now straying off the path. Most likely will be looking in this middle ground area. No, he is not. I thought he'd be looking for a pylon or something. WhiteRa now putting his probe back in and will be building a pylon. Will TLO see this? The Overlord did get a chance to see the probe come in. The question is TLO paying attention? And wait, it looks like he is just going to be sacrificing this natural, and may even cancel if he sees cannons come out, because he has this third base. We do have a probe now chasing this scouting drone. He may get a chance to see this third base of TLO. TLO, what are you doing? Why are you sending this drone all the way over here? You're going to be showing WhiteRa the tech, and WhiteRa is actually building 2 gateways right now. The one probe does get taken out. WhiteRa sees the third base, and that's a little bit odd that TLO showed him that. And what is this probe going to be doing down here? He is building a pylon down there. Does have 2 gateways on the way up, building a third one, so it looks like he really wants to get this gateway up. TLO using all his drones, I believe. No, he has a few left mining, but that is a good majority of his drones. You do see 6 mining, and how many have been pulled off to deal with all this? That's a lot more than 6, but TLO is going to have a few back at mining. We do have these gateways being taken care of. WhiteRa just scouting, does not see a pool just yet. And that is good news for WhiteRa because, well, he has wasted so many minerals with this, losing 2 gateways. I think one of those got canceled going into this loss tab. Actually, both of them got canceled. This is going to be the only gateway that actually falls from this aggression. We do have 23 probes to 27 drones. WhiteRa still does not have a forge up, and the third base of TLO has finished, but WhiteRa going to be taking a third base of his own, and now he's going to be building 2 more gateways, knowing that TLO did not have a pull up, and actually going to try to get that third one, but the creep does block that, so no third gateway for you, WhiteRa. And Jones pulled back to deal with these gateways. WhiteRa did cancel 2 of them and lost 1. He will most likely be canceling these 2 unless one actually does complete. I don't think enough drones have been pulled to take out both these gateways, so one will be able to get done. We do have finally a pool being built. The worker count is 26 probes to 29 drones. And there we go, that one gateway does get canceled. Now this one looks like TLO is going to let it finish as his pool just about complete. He is not too scared of one zealot, especially when he will have queens and lings to deal with that. So TLO just going back to mine. This one zealot is going to be chrono boosted out. He will try to get drone kills, but there are plenty of lings on the way, and these drones can micro to kill that. Looks like TLO had a little bit of a blunder right there with those few drones. We do have a probe here. Looks like that probe does go down. Has any workers died? Workers killed 2, and that is from TLO, so 2 probes have died. The zealot now does finish. He is going in to try to kill a drone. but the drones being very well micro-backed when they get injured, and the Zealot goes into a small choke where he can be very cost-efficient against these Lings, but he was already very injured. We have another Zealot coming out, but it looks like TLO will have more than enough to deal with that. Has not really taken any losses. In the meantime, WhiteRa has built more gateways back at his base to get a Zealot wall up, but this third base is going to be exposed to Lings. Zealot does come out. Lings easily take care of it. Going this loss that you can see WhiteRa not doing so well after this triple gate proxy failed. TLO is going to be now taking out these pylons. This is where the real cost damage goes to WhiteRa, as now he has supply block. He has one pylon to unsupply block himself, but there's another pylon exposed. TLO going to be taking that one out, and WhiteRa is going to be supply capped yet again. 54 out of 54. He has to build 2 pylons. This pylon's going to go down. The other pylon's going to bring him back up to the even, and well, we'll be back to being just above supply cap, but it's not the hugest deal. WhiteRa is not stacking minerals, so it looks like he is doing just fine. He did decide to build 3 more gateways in his main, which TLO still has that one overlord to go scout. We have a lot of Lings on the way to this third base. This third base is in danger, but 2 Stalkers now going out to pressure TLO. He also has 2 Zealots. Those Stalkers will be faster than Lings for only about 10 more seconds, as that metabolic boost just about complete. Looks like WhiteRa wants to move out, but does he have enough to deal with this? Yeah, 2 Zealots, 2 Stalkers can deal with 9 Lings, but we will have a lot more Lings on the way. We also have a Baneling's Nest morphing in. TLO is going for a 1-1 right now. Somewhere, he decided to build 2 Evo Chambers, doing all that aggression, not minding anything. Okay, he has guys in this one gas now. 1 too many in that gas. Good in that one. We do have a little engagement here, but that is just a few Lings getting picked off. TLO going to be taking his 4th base, and he is working off of 4 gases right now. This one still has 4 drones in it, but that is not a big deal. We do have TLO trying to get whatever scouting information he can. WhiteRa deciding, okay, we should wall off this third base. Is building a forge, so he will be able to get upgrades, but TLO going to be way ahead in those upgrades. Now starting his lair, and not too many units here, but he does have essentially 4 force fields. And does get a few out, and those Lings do decide to run away. WhiteRa getting the Fable in that engagement, but WhiteRa still losing a little bit more than TLO. Going this word count is 66 probes to 64 drones, and it is only 10 minutes and 30 seconds in the game. These players have been droning like madmen, and now those few Lings may pick these small units off. They are not near a wall. TLO could take that out, but now WhiteRa does go near that one cliff and will be walking back home, not taking any losses there. TLO, though, does have his 4th base up, 2 more gases on the way, and WhiteRa has to be careful of mutas, just because TLO is going to be able to get so much gas so early on in the game. I don't know if WhiteRa will be able to get up the anti-air to deal with Mutalist. He is going on 4 Nexus of his own. This game is something I have never seen. Macro from both players right now is outstanding. And we do have TLO just droning up right there. And WhiteRa is going to be going in to attack all these Lings. And some force fields go down, some Lings getting tapped. WhiteRa not losing a single unit there. TLO losing some more Lings, but these Lings are pretty expendable. The food count is quite about even. We have a lot of Banelings being morphed, and the sentries don't have that much energy. Do they even have enough for 1 force field? No, they don't, so those Banelings could be trouble for WhiteRa. TLO is expanding his creep very nicely, but I don't think he has any active tumors out. And now these Lings going to be cooked back in, but WhiteRa has more than enough to deal with them. He is still at 0-0 upgrades, while TLO is working on his 2-2. 1-1 just finishing actually now for WhiteRa. He is getting Blink and also a Templar Archives. And Archons or Storms just do so well against Lings and Banelings. TLO is going to have to make some sort of tech switch. He has a Spire on the way, but more interesting, he has a Nidus network just being produced. WhiteRa, will he be scum of the Nidus worms? We will find out very soon, as I think TLO will be using that. He makes it such good use with Nidus networks and mutas, but he doesn't have a roach one, which I normally see, so I'm curious what TLO will be doing. Looks like he wants to engage this. Still running those sentries low in energy, and here we go, the Banelings coming in. Their Stalkers taking heavy damage. TLO going to be picking off that force with ease. Going this lost tab, WhiteRa still losing a lot more than TLO, and TLO has killed off WhiteRa's army, so this Nidus worm will be very effective, as he has an Overlord right here, and that, there it goes. And it will be coming out, and WhiteRa does not have that much. TLO, putting his Lings actually in this Nidus network to come out and probably go to this econ line. And those probes are in very much danger. We have a pylon and toucans being built. A lot of zealots do get more. And now those Lings turning into Banelings. And zealots, well, they don't do so well against Banelings. A few stalkers are coming out. We do have Storm just about done research, but there's no Kaidan Amulet anymore, so he won't be able to insta Storm. These Banelings are going to be trouble. Speed is done for them. They're coming in, takes out all those sentries, going in for this probe line. Lots of probes will be falling there. Actually, not that many, only 7. The Nidus Swarm does get taken out. TLO Spire just about done. And that Spire was started before. Oh no, he's actually going for a double Spire. That is a little bit odd. Going up to building 8 mutas when he already has 15. He's going to have so many mutas. WhiteRa is going to have a lot of trouble holding this attack off. These mutas are going to be coming into this one base. WhiteRa has plenty of weapons though. Will it be enough? That is a lot of mutas. Not too many stalkers here. He is going to be morphing in more and more stalkers as he can. Nidus Swarm going off at the same time in this one corner. Muta's going to be falling back to it to kind of protect it where all the Lings will be coming out. Lings will do very well against Zealots and Stalkers. We do have a lot of Templars out now with Storm, so those Mutas could be in danger. We have plenty of cannons over at this third base, so those Lings coming out won't do so much damage. But it looks like WhiteRa wanted to counterattack, but decides he did not know about that Nidus Swarm inside his base. Now TLO is going to be coming in. Lots of Stalkers have become whooped in with these Photon cannons. This Muta's not doing so well. Lane's going to be coming out of that, but we have more Stalkers coming in for reinforcements. These Mutas need to back off as they will be taken out. Now the Blink comes in, more Muta's going to be falling, but he has so much money in the bank. Actually, no, TLO doing a very nice job at macroing behind all this. Only 700, 500 in the bank. Phoenix coming out, but Phoenix are not going to be the answer to these Mutas, just because there's so many out on the field. TLO on so much gas. He can just build so many mutas. We have a fleet beacon on the way. WhiteRa is going to do his mothership play. 89 probes to 92 drones, and WhiteRa has only lost 9 probes, which is very impressive considering all those Lings and mutas inside his 4th base. And here we go. WhiteRa is moving in to attack. We have Templars, 4 Templars with full energy. So there's a total of 8 storms, and that is definitely a lot of storms. I don't see this one base living. TLO should just move these drones away. Baneley's coming in, and WhiteRa is going to go for the storms. There's Baneley's going to be taken out before they get to those Stalkers, and now Storm going off on those mutas. So much damage. TLO not microing back. I think he thought he had enough to deal with this, but those storms were just so much. And he takes out that force with ease. When this lost, and you can see that TLO has lost so much more than WhiteRa right now. This one hatch definitely gonna be falling. Double observers right here for WhiteRa. Just wants to ensure he doesn't get hit with anything burrowed. TLO losing only 9 drones there. He did pull a lot of them away. This one Archon at 1-2. TLO, one of his upgrades he is at 2-2 right now. His air is at 1-0. He does have 2-1 for his air on the way, so he's going to have 3-3 air really quickly, but WhiteRa seems to have the answer to all these mutas, Lings, and Banelings with just Storm. So TLO is going to have to do something different, I think, if he wants to combat this army of WhiteRa, as it is just ideal at dealing with this. 4 units going to be coming in, but with these Storms, and wait, TLO gets a nice round, and even with those Storms, the Banelings somehow clean up all those Stalkers. But does TLO have mutas to back that up? No, he doesn't. Only 2 mutas down the field with 16 Lings. 32 have on the way. This one base is going to be taken out. WhiteRa expanding over here, so he is at more base than TLO right now. That's not looking good for him. But he did have a great concave on those Banelings, hitting everything. Even though WhiteRa had the storms in place, TLO finding some way to land those Baneling hits that he needed to do. WhiteRa is going to be pulling back. His mothership almost out. Has 3 and actually getting a shield upgrade because he already has 3 armor. So he's going to be at 3-3-1 upgrades. And that shield upgrade is going to be helping these Archons out so much. Ultralisk Cavern and a Greater Spire also on the way together. He will need both Ultras and Broodlords. I think he does not have Neuroparasite. I mean, not Neuroparasite. Oh no, he does have Pathogen Glands researched already. So those Infestors would be very nice to have against all these units that WhiteRa indeed has. I'm kind of surprised that TLO not using infestors at all this game. But as I say that, he is building 8, also at flying attack level 3. And WhiteRa has started the carriers. WhiteRa really loves these carriers, determined to make them work. But I have not seen those carriers working for WhiteRa in any of these games. However, this is the first game I have seen him build carriers when he is not behind. So that could be very good. These Lings going to be taking out those Zealots. 2-2 upgrades still just for the ground of TLO, while WhiteRa is storming ahead. That +3 weapons just about done. He has started the air attack, so those carriers will do very well. Carriers are one of the units that benefit most from upgrades, surprisingly, just because of the amount of interceptors they have. Those upgrades scale so well for carriers. But I mean, it's such a late game unit. It's so hard to get up to where you can actually use carriers efficiently. And in StarCraft 2, you can't really micro carriers because the interceptors don't really have that long of a range when the carrier is, like, the outside of the carrier. In Brood War, you launch the interceptors, the mothership, well, not mothership, the carrier could go back so far and just sit in a safe distance while the interceptors did all the work. But in StarCraft 2, not so much. The interceptors want to return to the carrier so often. WhiteRa is maxed out right now. TLO only at 161 supply, and oh my, warp gates of WhiteRa. He has, I'd say that's quite a few warp gates. And now 3 stargates or 4 stargates. WhiteRa is looking very scary. He's got 3k minerals, 1k in the bank. TLO is going to need to do a miracle, I think, to take out WhiteRa here. He is not stacking minerals or gas or supply, as WhiteRa is stacking all 3, and now he is building up those carriers. But maybe if TLO gets a Neuroparasite off on this mothership, it would do wonders. We do have this one hatch going to be going down. I don't know if TLO has an answer to this. He has a few Broodlords out and a lot of infestors, but no Neuroparasite. The Nidus Swarm is going off in this one location to take out that newly formed Nexus. We have Phone Girths going off on those Zealots. Very nicely done. And now the Banelings rolling in. No Storms, though, so this Banelings doing so much damage to all this force, and maybe that is what TLO needed. A food count now even. Big Vortex going off on a lot of those infestors. Mothership now falling. The infestor is going to be Neuroparasiting these Archons so they can't hop in and foil it. TLO is going to be holding on, and this is not looking good for WhiteRa right now, but he has so much in the bank. Maybe I misspoke. This one base did get taken out thanks to that one Nidus Worm. And all these cannons are up now, so he is not worried about that. A few Zealots going in to attack this new base of TLO. TLO may just get starved out if WhiteRa keeps denying these 2 bases. His force is very immobile with these Broodlords, but these infestors can do quite a bit against Zealots, but not so much when they already surrounded that one hatch. The Zealots will be getting cleaned up, but WhiteRa, he don't care. He is building 6 carriers right now. 6. And he is going up on air weapons level 2. Transfuse going down on this infestor to save it from those Zealots. Very nicely done from TLO, keeping those infestors alive. He has to be so cost efficient right now, as the loss time is actually fairly even. Few Zealots coming in to take out this one Spine Crawler. And upgraded Zealots, I mean, they're scary. Those 2 Zealots put that Spine Crawler to work. And now Zealot's going to be going in to harass this one base. WhiteRa just sacrificing his Zealots while he builds his carriers up. He is at 5, 6, 7, dare I say. He has 3 on the way, now 4 on the way. 6 carriers out, 29 Interceptors. That will only get higher, guys. A lot more Broodlords being worked of TLO, but he doesn't have the anti-air to deal with these carriers. I don't know if he knows that WhiteRa is just massing them carriers. You can see them all right here. I mean, 6 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at it, doesn't this look like a lot of carriers? Oh man, are those 8 supply? 6 supply. But that is definitely a lot of supply in carriers. 42 to be exact, and soon to be 48 supply just in carriers. And WhiteRa denying this base yet again. TLO going to be using his Broodlords. Has a few mutas. I guess those are the 2 mutas still from the early game. And Banelings do decide to take out those Zealots, and TLO going to be expanding yet again. Doesn't have expansion over here. He is not really mining too much. Does he have many drones out actually? He has 61 drones. I don't know where they all are. But let's see if I can find them really quick. I guess a lot of them are long distance mining that makes it look like he doesn't have that many, but we've got 60 drones, but we have WhiteRa just maxing out on carriers and High Templars. We have a Nidus one somewhere going off. I don't know where that Nidus is. Okay, right over here to take this one base out of WhiteRa. TLO, if he takes out his 6 o'clock position and this one, WhiteRa will be in the same exact boat. However, he has one of the scariest enemies I have ever seen. So much damage per second off of WhiteRa. More deeps. WhiteRa has got that covered. I could not even calculate how much deep this is, guys. His interceptors are at 2 upgrades. Each one does 7. He has 8 out, getting that +3. And all these storms and whatever, just everything WhiteRa has. Feedbacks and storms is going to be so good. There's corruptors coming in to try to deal with all these carriers. The Vortex is out. I don't know if Vortex is the smartest thing to use with carriers. New Parasite going down on that mothership. And, well, maybe these carriers are just that bad. Maybe not. We'll be finding out if these carriers can do the job. WhiteRa losing quite a few of them, but now all the corruptors have fallen. These broodlords will be falling very quickly. And you can just see the broodlords going down as the carriers do chase them. Going into this, that is 14 carriers. Where? He just has carriers scattered about, I guess. That is, a lot of carriers. I think 84 supply tied up just in carriers, which over 100 interceptors, each interceptor again doing 7 damage. That's over 700 damage per volley. Which a broodlord has 225. And because they have so few, like, there's so many interceptors, they are very smart with the AI and, well, just attack everything. You don't have any overkill damage going on. Things will just literally evaporate. But I don't know if he has any observers with this army. There is one observer, but is it with this army? I don't even know. But, I mean, so many interceptors, you can just see everything drop. Watch these corruptors. And, no more corruptors, really. The storm and, well, maybe they'll last for a while, but there goes the GG. TLO knows he cannot handle this many freaking carriers. And, did he have more out? No, he didn't. Looks like, I don't think I missed too much that game, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, mass carriers, pretty good. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing that in the Heart of the Swarm. Maybe Blizzard will change their mind. But who knows, maybe Mass Tempest will be even better than Mass Carrier. I wish, though, they just got rid of the Tempest. That's a horrible idea. Give Carrier the micro back, and I think the game would be just fine. Well, that's it for me. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoy the game, and peace out. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. That really does help me. Now I'm signing out.